Hi guys, this is MovieMan, and today I have a special guest on here, Eric, who will be discussing about Helena Bonham Carter, her best and worst films, and why he admires her very much as an actress. Please tell us why.
Tell you why I admire her as an actress. The first reason I began to like her was because I met her. I didn't know who she was, and she was very gracious and humble. So then when I figured out who she was, I couldn't believe how nice she was for somebody who was so famous. I had no idea. I happened to see her biography a few days after I met her, and I thought, oh my god. Then I just started watching everything that I could find that she'd been in. Yes, that's why I like her, I guess.
Okay, so I'm going to name some films off the list here, and then I'll ask you after which are your top three favorite ones. Okay, tell me if you just like these ones. Cinderella.
I haven't seen it yet.
Night Will Fall.
I haven't seen that either. Oh, this is bad.
That's fine. Great Expectations.
Yes, I like that. I like that because she's in it, and also Holiday Granger is in that film, who was also there the day I met Helena Bonham Carter, interestingly, and I like both of those actresses.
Burton and Taylor.
I love that film. I have that film. I love it. It's brilliant.
Les Mis. You played a small role in that one.
I didn't like the film Les Mis because I don't like Les Mis, but I liked her performance in Les Mis because it's very suited to her, I think.
Right. Harry Potter. I don't know if you've seen them. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows.
I see her scenes. I don't watch the Harry Potter films, but
Right.
I've seen her scenes in them, and I like
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
The King's Speech.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, she was great in that.
I enjoy a lot more of her older work. There's a lot of what she her early work in the beginning, a lot of the period work she did. I really enjoyed that. And then she kind of went when she transitioned. She was trying to get out of doing that into doing like more contemporary films. She did a lot of really good films that no one really watched. She did a really famous, one of the most famous Canadian movies ever, which was filmed in Nova Scotia, called Margaret's Museum. It was actually in the movies for a whole year because it was so popular. Yeah.
Wow.
Her character's nickname was Snot-Nosed Whore in that film.
Alice in Wonderland.
I liked her in Alice in Wonderland. I wasn't a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland because Alice in Wonderland for me kind of fell into the same trap as The Hobbit, which was just too much CG. It was filmed all against green screen, and as much as I love the fact that they can do that nowadays, I like sets.
Excessive.
I like to feel, I guess, somewhat that you can't. There has to be some limitations, I feel.
That there's a believability that it is realistic and real, yeah.
And a lot of the movies that she's done prior to that, like the period films she's done, they're not as, as huge and as large scale as something like Alice in Wonderland would be, but I just enjoy a movie that's actually set on, on a landscape or on a soundstage rather than a green screen.
Right. Yeah, I like when they have practical sets and it's not always just fake. Yeah, but if they can pull that off, it's astounding. What about Terminator Salvation? I don't even know if you've seen that one.
Terminator Salvation?
Yeah.
I saw her scene in it. I know she was supposed to actually have a much bigger part in that movie, and then her family were killed. A large amount of her family were killed on a safari.
Yeah.
In Africa, and so she wasn't able to do it. So she was still in the movie, but she didn't have a big part in that.
Yeah, she's very briefly in it.
Yeah, she's in it briefly.
What? Okay, I'm gonna ask three more films. Okay, Sweeney Todd and the Demon Boy of Fleet Street.
I liked the movie. I mean, I liked the show. I liked her because I love her, and I was impressed with her singing in that because she's never sang before. She's not a singer, so and Mrs. Lovett is a really hot. I mean, Stephen Sondheim writes incredibly complex music.
Songs,
so
the lyrics
she was
aren't
able to pull that off.
Yeah,
I was impressed with that.
Yeah, I agree. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Well, she was only in it for about 15 minutes at the beginning.
Yeah, as Mrs. Bucket.
I don't know. I feel like parts like that, I don't care for them really because she's so good at she's a leading lady and she's a supporting actress, but I feel like when she just does little cameos, and I know she did that, she was pregnant or she just had a kid or something, but I feel like those parts, I mean, they could be played by anyone really, not necessarily her. I feel like she's better than that in the sense of rude as it sounds to say that, but like I feel like she is more suited to the better roles than like a quick cameo because your husband or your boyfriend directed it.
Yeah, she deserves to be upfront
I feel
with
like
everyone
sometimes
else.
she did like a little bit, and it's probably since she's had children, and that's probably just because of practicalities. But she has sold out a little bit and just gone for the easy option rather than she's getting more ever since they split, and in the last 2 or 3 years, she's getting back into doing like more stuff for herself that's outside of the Tim Burton realm.
Yeah. Wow. You seem to have to know more about Helena than I do.
Oh, I love Helena.
Throw a collaboration together, Tim.
Okay. Started with Planet of the Apes.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes it works really well. Other times, like I said, with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I didn't care for that. I mean, it could have been played by anyone. It's a kind of role. It's a thankless role. No one really gives a shit about his mom. So it was kind of the thing where I felt like it was almost like she was bored for a week and said, "Oh, I'll do 3 days on set of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory." Sometimes I feel like their collaborations were good. However, I feel like sometimes there was just too much of a collaboration, and unfortunately for her, a lot of people now assume that Helena Bonham Carter is famous because she was with Tim Burton.
Yeah.
And that really irritates me because Helena Bonham Carter, especially in the UK, is hugely famous and has been in some amazing films and TV series, and like she's a very well known and respected actress in the UK, and I feel like North America and the rest of the world really only found out who she was because of Tim Burton, and it made her look like she was just a leech. It took away from the fact that she'd worked really, really hard all of her career to establish a name for herself because she overdid it. She worked with him way too much.
Excessively, yeah.
Excessively, and now everyone assumes she's only famous because of Tim Burton, which,
Yeah, because people only can see them as a pair when she goes back to
and
just
it's sad
being...
because everyone said when they broke up, oh, now she's gonna, what's she gonna do
Go
for work
down,
now?
yeah.
Well, she was,
An actress even before she met Tim, exactly.
Right. Some of her best work and the first Academy Award nomination that she had, she, hadn't even met Tim Burton by then.
Right, exactly. We're going to continue this video, but we're almost at the reach of... Because this video goes to, on iMovie, you're only allowed to speak for, I think, 11 minutes, and we're almost there. Yeah, so we're going to be right back. This is going to be a part 2 series, so we'll be back shortly. This is MovieMan signing off. Stay tuned. All right.